guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this look. It's my Valentine's Day inspiration, and I'm using all drugstore makeup. So if you want to see how to get this look, then keep watching. Jumping right in, I am going to prime my face, and I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for combo skin, and I wasn't a huge fan of this. It didn't really seem to prolong my foundation, but it did a decent job of smoothing out my skin. So after that, I'm going to use my Maybelline Baby Skin, and this is the Instant Pore Eraser, and I just like to focus this really in the center of my face, in my cheek area where I have more enlarged pores. So I just pat that into those areas. And sorry for so much talking. I originally planned on doing this as a talk through, but there was too much noise going on in the background, so I ended up just doing a voiceover. So now I'm going in with my foundation, and I'm using the two different ones, one from L'Oreal, and it's the Infallible Pro Matte, and then the other one is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous, and I'm mixing them together to get the shade that I like. For the Outlast Stay Fabulous, I'm in shade 832, and for the Infallible Pro Matte, I am in the shade 101 Classic Ivory. So I'm just using my Real Techniques blending sponge to just blend that in all around on my face, and I go in with a couple of layers. I start out with a thin layer and then I just build it up. So I like to use the sponge by really like a patting motion into my skin. A lot of people would call it dabbing, and that just really gives you the most natural blended out look for your foundation. Now I'm going to go in with my primer for my eyes, and this is a new one that just came out and I really like it. It's from Maybelline, and it's their Master Prime Long Lasting Eyeshadow Base, and this did a really nice job of helping to make sure my eyeshadow stayed in place, as well as making it look a little bit more vibrant, because this has sort of a pearlescent undertone to it. So I just put that all over my eyes and sort of smooth it out. Now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Le Palette Nude 2, and all of the eyeshadows I'm going to use are going to be from this palette. So now I'm going to go in with one of the lighter shades and just sort of set my entire eyeshadow. So that's just setting all of the area where I put my primer. It just gives it a nice base so it doesn't crease. And this is in the shade 1 in this palette. And now I'm gonna go in with the the Maybelline Color Tattoo. I'm sorry, I'm having a total brain meltdown moment there, but it's the Color Tattoo eyeshadow sticks. They used to have them in the pots, but now they have them in the sticks as well. And this is, I believe, like bronze truffle or something. I seem to have misplaced it at the moment though, but I'll link it down below. So I'm just putting that on the eyelid and then just blending it out with my fingertips. And now I'm going in with the shade number 3 from the palette, and I'm just putting this in my crease with a soft fluffy brush, and I'm just blending it out. I'm just going in a little bit at a time and just building up the color to give a nice blended look. And this will help act as a transition shade for other colors that I'll be using. Now I'm going to go in with this really pretty pink shade, and this is number 9 in this palette. And I'm going to be using a more precise brush, and I'm just going to focus this right into the crease area, starting working from the outside in and then just blending it out. Now I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush and just blend, blend, blend. So you just want a really soft sort of focus on your eye. So you just want to make sure that you're blending all of these eyeshadows out really well. And now I'm going to do the same thing with my other eye. Just again, making sure to blend really well. Now I'm going to go in with the darker brown shade, and I want to say this is like number 5 or 6 in this palette. And I'm just going to pack that onto my lid with a flat shader brush. And again, just build up that color. You don't need to go in with a really heavy hand. Just lightly build it up until you get the color that you're looking for. Now I'm going to go in with the purple shade, which is number 10 in this palette. And I'm going to focus again on the outer V of my eyes. Now doing the same thing with the other eye, concentrating on that outer V area. Now I'm just going to blend that out again with my fluffy brush. And this just makes sure all of the shadows are nice and blended together. That same pencil brush that has a little bit of that darker shade, that darker purple, and run that underneath my eyeline and just smoke that area out. And you want to almost connect it up to where you smoked out your outer V. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer. I have 2 concealers I like to use. One is the Age Rewind. I use that one first. It's a little bit more yellow undertone, so it just gives a nice brightening effect. And I put that in the triangle sort of shape underneath my eyes, and then I run it down my nose, on my chin, and then on my forehead. and I just really like this one. It gives good coverage and it's really brightening as well. So then I also go in with the second concealer, which is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which is just a really nice concealer that gives good coverage, and I really like the color. I use the fair one, and it just helps to give a nice bright look when I use both of these combined. Now I'm going to go in with what's a foundation stick actually, and this is the Fit Me, and I want to say that it is in the shade Toffee, and I've been using this as a contour. So I'm just going to put these in the areas that I want contoured, which is my cheekbones, my forehead, along my jawline, and then down my nose. So this is really a foundation, and I really like how it blends out because it is a foundation. It makes it really easy, and the shade might be a little bit dark, but I was sort of experimenting with using a foundation stick as a contour, and I actually really liked it. I might go with a different shade next time, but in general it worked really well. So now I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to blend all of that out, starting with my contour shade, and I'm just going to do that same dabbing motion, and I'm just going to blend all of that out. Now I'm using the other end of my blending sponge, and I'm going to blend in my concealer. So you don't want to use the same side that you used for your contour shade, because then it'll just mix the two colors together where you would want it to be, you know, the brighter color. So you just flip it over to the other side and it works really well. Now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. It's like their bronzing and blush duo, and this is a dupe totally for Laguna by NARS. This has been around forever, and I used to use it way back in the day in college. But you have to be really careful because it is very pigmented. You only need a little bit to get the look that you're going for, which you'll see in a second here. I have a little bit too much on my brush, so as you can see, it's pretty intense, but it's really easy to fix. You just have to make sure that you blend it in really well and you'll be fine. But just for future reference, make sure to dust off any excess and apply with a really light hand. So I like to use this just to bronze up my face, and I use it on my cheeks and the forehead area. I went back in with my Real Techniques blending sponge just to sort of blend out that area that was a little bit over bronzed. And now for blush, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl True Blend blush, and this is in the shade Deep Mauve, and this is a new one that just released from CoverGirl. I really like it. The color is really pretty. It's just a nice mauve shade, and it blends out really nicely as well. And I'm using the e.l.f. stippling brush to apply that. Now I'm going to highlight, and I'm using the e.l.f. it says it's a blush, but this is in the Gotta Glow shade, and it's just a really nice bright highlight with a bit of a gold shimmer, and I'm applying it with my Morphe fan brush. Just at the top of my cheekbone, and then sort of at my temples, I'm applying it there as well. Now I am going to buff in a little bit more of that eyeshadow underneath my eyeline, just because I sort of went a little heavy-handed with my concealer and it sort of covered up what I had wanted to do earlier. And now I'm going to go in with my eyeliner, or sorry, not my eyeliner. I'm going to go in with my eyebrows, and this is a new one by Maybelline or L'Oreal, sorry. It's a new one from L'Oreal, and I really like it. I can't remember the name right now, but I will link it down below for you guys. Now I'm taking that same e.l.f. highlighter, and I'm just going to apply that to my brow bone and the inner corners of my eyes, just to give a nice bright pop of, you know, like highlight. Now I'm going to finish off my brows with the Maybelline, again, not Maybelline, L'Oreal Brow Plumper. My gosh, I keep getting my L'Oreals and my Maybellines mixed up today. But this is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, and I really like it. It works really well. So that just sets my eyebrows. Now I'm going to tightline with the Revlon the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Mechanical Eyeliner. I'm just going to tightline this because I'm going to go in with a liquid pen, and I like to tightline first before I do that. Now I'm going in with the Revlon Color Stay Liquid Eye Pen, and I'm just drawing on my sort of a bold cat eye. And I had a little bit of trouble doing this with my small hand mirror, so I did some of it and then I went back in and fixed it off camera, where I could like get a better angle to actually do my nice thick cat line. Now I'm back with my eyeliner done, and I'm going to go and tightline my waterline on the bottom, and that is going to be done using the Infallible Matte Eyeliner from L'Oreal as well, the same one that we did the upper tightline. And this is just going to give a little bit more sultry, a little bit more intense look that I'm looking for, since this is sort of a, you know, date night Valentine's Day look. And now I'm going in for mascara, and this is the Volume and Length Mascara by Revlon, and this is a new release by them, and I actually really like the formula, and it works really well. It's easy to build up and it doesn't get clumpy, so I'm a fan of this one. And right now I'm just doing my bottom lashes, and then also I'm going to do my top lashes, and I'm going to apply several coats of this to really build up my lashes. You could definitely add false lashes if you wanted to. I just didn't feel like doing it. I don't wear false lashes a whole lot because I just happen to have pretty good eyelashes, so I just like to wear a lot of mascara. So I have two lipstick options, and the first one I'm going to go in with is from Maybelline, and it is their Color Sensational lipstick in the shade Totally Toffee number 215. So this is a nude looking little lipstick if you are interested in sort of having a nude lip to go with this. I'm going to put a gloss over it, and this is from NYX, and it's their Extreme Shine Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Nude Peach Fuzz. So this is just a really nice nude lip to go with these purpley pink eyes. And then if you don't want that, you can also do a brighter shade, and this is the new Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid like matte liquid lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Fuchsia Ecstasy. And so this is just a very bright and vivid lipstick, and it's matte, and it's really pretty and intense and bold, so it's not for everybody, but I thought it would be fun to do with this look. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.